Philippine Vampire Story: The Scariest Monster Aswang. This is one of the scariest monsters in the Philippines. It is a creature with the ability to transform. During the day, it often hides in the guise of a harmless person, usually the most shy and reserved person in the village. At night, Aswang will appear in its true form to go hunt. Their favorite food is fetuses, so pregnant mothers are always the #1 target of Aswang threats. With the ability to transform into many animals such as bats, pigs, dogs, cats, crows, makes Aswang even more difficult to detect. Aswang is very agile and skillful. Night is its friend. The monster can attack the victim without making any noise. Occasionally, some Aswangs often make a ticking sound. That cry was a trick by Aswang. Contrary to common sense, if you hear a very loud ticking sound, it is actually far away from you. If the sound gets softer, hicks, it means the monster is very close to you. In addition to fetuses, Aswang also loves to eat corpses and such. However, unlike Western vampires, Aswang is not afraid of sunlight. During the day, it still lives calmly and peacefully in the guise of a harmless human. It's just that Aswang's physical strength will be much weaker before night falls. If an Aswang gets married, it will turn the husband/wife into an Aswang like it, and at night both husband and wife will go out to look for food. However, they do not often go together, but each will hunt in a separate location, perhaps partly because they do not want to share food. In fact, Aswang does not go hunting every night, but only when he really feels hungry. It also has the principle of never harming neighbors and people in the same village, so Aswang only hunts in locations far away from where it lives. Of course, even though he is a close neighbor, if his secret is discovered, Aswang will not hesitate to kill the person who conceals the clue. There are many ways to ward off Aswang. Like vampires, Aswangs fear garlic and salt and can use prayers, crosses and other holy objects to ward it off. Aswang also cannot set foot on sacred lands such as churches, temples, etc. In addition, he is very afraid of being beaten with a stingray whip. In Philippine folklore, there is a way to recognize Aswang in broad daylight. Look straight into the other person's eyes. If your image reflected in that person's eyes is upside down, then he is definitely an Aswang. Or you can bend over and peek between your legs to see Aswang's true form. Aswang can be divided into 5 types based on how they work and their power. Vampire: this type of Aswang usually takes the form of a beautiful woman. It also likes to suck blood like Western vampires. However, the difference here is that Aswang uses his tongue as a hose to suck blood instead of sharp teeth. It also does not live in coffins, but often takes refuge in the forest. However, Aswang can still blend into human communities by marrying men and often hunting in another village to avoid exposure. It is said to appear in the Capiz region. This organ sucker Aswang is a more advanced form of the regular vampire as it feeds mainly on human organs. This organ-sucking creature also uses its narrow, tubular tongue to suck out organs from its prey. During the day, it takes on the guise of an attractive woman, with light skin and long hair. At night, it will show its true form, grow and fly away to find prey. Its favorite food is fetuses developing in the mother's womb. It can also live with humans by getting married. Aswang werewolves are the most ferocious creatures. It does not necessarily have to take the form of a wolf, but can take the form of a dog, cat or wild boar. Aswang werewolves often sneak into villages, kill and eat people. Pregnant women who go out at night and don't let their long hair down are often its favorite prey. Unlike organ-sucking aswangs and vampire aswangs, werewolf aswangs also love to eat leftovers from other types of aswangs. It often disguises itself as a traveler or peddler to blend in with civilians. Witch aswangs originate from human witches who have enough qualities to become aswangs. It has a terrible hatred and thirst for revenge, often cursing its enemies by allowing things such as rice, bones, or insects to escape from the cursed body through holes. Aswang the witch has an upside-down reflection, elongated irises. They often live in the suburbs. If an aswang of this type is captured, it will be killed immediately without any questions asked. Ghoul aswang is described as quite human but likes to hide. Its main food is dead bodies and human meat. They have very strong nails and teeth to easily tear apart dead bodies. Sensitive to pungent odors. They often gather near cemeteries to breathe and eat newly buried people. To kill a aswang, you can use a bolo knife and must stab it in the back and then stick the knife into the ground. Thank you for joining us for today's fairy tale. We hope these stories bring joy and meaning to your day. If you love our channel, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any exciting tales. Wishing you a good night and sweet dreams. See you in the next story.